I'm running 6-piece striker. Now, you can run whatever you want. This isn't obviously like so-called the best. It's just what I've found to be the best. Um, since let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you what I like, and then obviously you can manipulate it however you want. All right, let's start with the gear first. I go this chest piece. I like skill haste. I know a lot of other people don't care about skill haste, and it's not near as important as it was in 1.7 and 1.71. So I'm not running. I'll show my stat sheet here in a minute. I'm not running as high as I used to. If you notice, I do have one stacked in stamina. My armor, this gear piece, I think is almost maxed, fully maxed. And I used a lot of div tech for that. This mask here is almost maxed as well. I like to run two. I think it's 2 staminas is what I'm running. 2 or 3. We'll see here. That's 2 for sure. And then there's a firearms. And I always make sure I have damage to elites. Personally, I like it. I know a lot of other people don't care. And if you're not PVEing at all, then okay, you know, you don't need it. And I do have another set. I don't have it on my person, but I do have another knee pad that I didn't roll elite on. And it's more of a PvP. But honestly, I'm not switching back and forth. It's not worth it. This one is fully maxed except for the enemy armor damage, or the armor resistance there is not finished. I think it's like a 1002 or 1001 is what you can get. Gloves are almost fully maxed, except for the firearms. Everything else is pretty close to being maxed. I have critical hit chance, assault rifle damage, and critical hit damage. I am not running skill haste, as you can see, and I feel like the extra 5.5% crit chance, I know you can max it at 6, I just haven't yet. I feel like it's worth it, and you'll see why here in a minute. I'm running pretty high crit chance, really trying to, you know, drop these NPCs and agents quick, you know, with the time to kill being extended. It makes it a lot more difficult for sure. All right, then moving on. Backpack. Obviously, I run ammo on my backpack and my chest just because, I mean, I'm using 2 assault rifles with this build, and so I burn through ammo quick. As you can see, I have a 3rd piece rolled in stamina, and it is not maxed. I have not done a whole lot of maxing on this piece here. I think I've maybe rolled it maybe once or twice. Let's see. And as you can see, my stats they're not bad. There's my primary. Is right under 300k, but it stacks so quick with the strikers. It really, you don't even necessarily need any higher than that, in my opinion. And if you're able to get the house and roll your gloves for SMG damage rather than assault rifle damage, which is eventually what I will probably do as well. I just haven't received the house yet, even after 30 or 40 exotic caches now. I have 518k toughness and 134k skill power, and I really, the skill power is so weak right now, it doesn't even help me. So I've basically moved away from the skill power. I had 200k on my that's my high ends build right here, and well, that's not even right. Actually, I've manipulated it quite a bit. But I used to run like 200k skill power, and I couldn't tell the difference between 200k and 150. So I stopped running 200 and dumped more into stamina, and I really feel like I'm a little more tanky. I can actually compete a little bit. I got a little bit of footage I'll throw on the end. I just haven't had a lot of time to run this between this game and Ghost Recon Wildlands. I've been playing Ghost War, and I'm in a pro league on the online pro league. So I've been busy. Let's see, but just so you know, my talents I like: competent, responsive. I have fierce. I was trying to get vicious, but I've used like 2,000 credits trying to get it, so I just kind of stopped. And it seems to help. That extra 5% stays on regardless of my health, you know, what bar my health is at. So whereas vicious is 10, but it's only active if your 2 bars are up, you know. So it's I don't know. got a kind of a trade-off. My bullfrog, I'm running deadly, responsive, and uncomplicated. Obviously, you could change out deadly for headshot damage if you're on PC, if you want brutal, or you could run competent or any of those. I just feel like the deadly works pretty good, and I had a crap talent on there, so I rolled the responsive off. I do have some other options. You can see I've got quite a few other weapons. I've got a bunch of FAMASas in my stash. I just don't care enough. All right, let's look at the character sheet real quick, just so y'all can check it out. There's my firearm stamina. Weapon damage is about 18.5. As you can see, my critical hit chance. Oh, and I completely forgot to tell y'all why. Here, let's go ahead and finish this though real quick. Critical hit damage is 95. Headshot. Stability, that is king with the FAMAS. I'm telling you that 30% is unbelievable with FAMAS for those of you who don't use it. It's still a little bit difficult to control, especially at long range. With this build, those of you that don't know, the striker gives you extra damage. I believe it's enemy armor damage, isn't it? We'll check that out here in just a second. But you can see I'm stacked pretty decent. I've got other builds that are a little better than this as far as elite damage and all that. And you can definitely get those purple mods and probably up this another 10%, 9%, whatever you want. It works really well for me. I can crit on NPCs heads in the 220, 215k mark if I stack all my striker and everything all the way up, if I don't miss shots. My skill haste is at 16%, and it's a little slow. I would prefer for all my mods to have skill haste, but you'll see why I have 24% crit chance here in a minute. There's my health, 300, almost 350k. My enemy armor, or my armor armor mitigation, sorry, is 32.52. That's not bad. It's getting up there because I'm starting to level up my pieces slowly. I have no protection from elites, which I really liked that about like the final measure and the defense gear sets. I really wish there was a little bit of that, or the damage resilience. I really miss that stuff, especially for the way you have so many explosives in this current GE global event. It'd be nice to have that extra exotic, EDR and protection from elites, because I think the explosion damage that you receive would be a lot less. Okay, let's move back over. Let's see, what do I need to show you? Oh yeah, the mods that I'm running. I found these actually in a store. I believe they're still there. I'm not sure. It's on the left side of the map, somewhere below the base, I believe, the home base. I'm running electronic mods. Now these are a little low. They're not high, but I got a bunch of like 260s with skill haste, so it would be better, and I would probably get a lot more electronic power, electronics. But I don't necessarily need it. But yeah, and you can run either. I mean, I just picked up this one in one of the missions, so I may run it. But you can see I'm running crit hit chance. Okay, well I'm running that on all of them. Okay, crit chance, first aid, crit chance, first aid. And if I'm running a pulse, a lot of times I'll change out those performance mods for extra crit chance or crit damage, either one, on health. Or not health, sorry. On my freaking pulse. That way my pulse is a lot more strong. A lot stronger than what it is. Anyways, guys, I hope this helps. If you haven't tried to run this Hudson Refugee Camp solo, I'm telling you, I'm challenging. If you get this build, you get your stats somewhere around in here, and leave the, go to, which Hudson you can't do any of the others. All you do is get strike activated anyways. But it's definitely worth trying, and you can grind out pretty easily solo. It's actually easier solo, so if you're running with a group of 2, you're probably okay, especially if you can both shoot and you both got good builds. If it's 3 or 4, I'm telling you, it's not worth it. You might as well go to like Clear Sky or something like that, because it's so much more difficult. They do so much more damage. They take so many more bullets. It's just insane, the differences. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching the video. I hope you liked it. I hope this helps y'all get your global event caches quicker. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.
neutralized.